In this video, I will show you how to spark kids' creativity by using their handprints and redesigning them into this adorable looking Santa. Ho, ho, ho! Let's go! And as always, please make sure your paint is non-toxic. Let's paint! Let's squeeze a little bit of blue paint onto our palette or a piece of paper. And I like to add a little bit of white acrylic paint. And now let's find your sponge brush. If you want, you can mix it just like this. And now, using your foam brush, apply the color to your kid's hand. If they are big enough, let them try to paint their own hands. Spread your fingers and let's make a print. Press all the fingers down. Let's go wash our hand. For the purpose of this video, my youngest helped me to make this adorable handprint. So the Santa is going to be, like cute and tiny, not as big as my hand. We are going to start by drawing eyes. I like to use a black permanent marker, but you can use any markers you have at home or colored pencils. Step number 1, we are going to draw a circle right here. I like to start with a little dot and then I like to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. You got the picture. So you can make it as big as you want. And now we are going to draw an arch, starting from the left side, going all the way to the right. Beautiful. You can also do this step with a pencil first, and then you can trace it. Remember, art and drawing, like everything in this world, it's about practice. Practice makes improvement. So take your time, practice as many times as you need to. Once you are done with your arch, let's add a few eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can repeat the same step on the other side or draw a closed eye. Actually, this is my favorite. Add the same amount of eyelashes on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And ta-da! The eyes are done. I like to add these little circles as a highlight. So you use the end of your paintbrush, dip it into the paint. This is actually just the lid from the paint. And now make a dot. And let's do one more. Actually, let me try to make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. Let's do one more. Super easy trick, works every time. If you have round sponge brushes at home, find them. We are going to need them. If you don't have round sponge brushes, that's okay too. Maybe you can use a clothespin, perfect for fine motor skills, strengthening those little fingers, and a pom-pom. And you can make prints, just like this. Or you can draw circles for the next step. Let's go! Moving on to creating a nose, mouth, and 2 cheeks. We will need a little bit of pink and a little bit of red. Dip your smallest round sponge brush into the paint. I'm going to make pink nose and make one circle right here. Again, you can draw a circle or use this do-it-yourself round sponge brush. Now we are going to make 2 bigger circles on the side. They are going to be cheeks, and you can use pink or red, but I'm going to go for red. And let's make one print on the left side and one more on the right side. Look how pretty! Simple circles. I love to use basic shapes. And the last print we are going to make is a medium size of a sponge brush, or you can use the same one you use for the nosy nose. And I'm going to make the mouth red. Ready, steady, print. Now let the paint dry. While the circles are drying, let's design the head of our Santa Claus. And for this one, you can use colored pencil or a regular pencil. Draw a straight line. This is going to be Santa's head. Or maybe a little bit curvy if you want. And now we are going to make a big curve all the way to the right. And we are using pencil because if we make mistake, we can erase the mistake and practice a little bit more. I think I like this head. And now let's do one more arch. Now we are going to use the rest of the red paint, and yes, we are going to paint it. And if you want, you can use markers, pencils, really whatever you like. And first I like to trace the outline. Oh, I just got an idea, my friends. We can use our sponge brush to paint the Santa's head. But let me just finish tracing. And now I'm going to make some stems with the red paint. This I will test this trick, and if you want, you can use your paintbrush to paint this. I just find it's a little bit faster and it is more fun, at least for me. So maybe you can try this at home as well. And let me know in the comments below, what do you prefer? Do you prefer paintbrushes or round sponge brush? This edge is a little bit tricky, so I'm going to use my paintbrush to finish the head. And don't worry about the pencil mark. You can always erase it once the paint is dry, or you can leave it there. It's not really bothering me, so it's personal choice. Perfect! Look at this Santa Claus! Isn't he adorable? I love him already. To make our Santa a little bit happier, we are going to draw or write the letter U to give him a beautiful smile. I like to use acrylic marker for this one, but you can use regular marker or maybe even a pencil. So let me show you. There is a little bit space, so we want to be careful. And of course, you want the paint to be dry completely. And as always, you know, I really like to add highlights to my artwork. So let's squeeze a little bit of white paint and let's find the thinnest paintbrush you might have at home. I have several ones. Again, all the supplies are listed down below, and I think I'm going to go with this one. A little bit of paint, and let's paint curved line. Let's do the same thing for the other cheek, going opposite direction. Ready, steady, let's go. And let's do the same thing for the lips, just a tiny one on the top and little one on the nose. And we forgot my signature in other words. I like to add this little 3 dots on the side. You know that already. And if not, this is my little signature. A little bit of cuteness to any artwork. And maybe we can add some highlight to the Santa's head. And because the Santa's head is a little bit bigger, we can go with a little bit thicker paintbrush. I'm just not sure. Or maybe I will go with the same one. And I just got an idea. What about we add a little bit of hair coming out from the Santa's head? We want to draw an arch. And one more arch going the opposite direction. Now find different shade of blue and make a smaller arch. And we're going to be alternating between these 2 colors. This is super simple and fun addition to the craft. And the arches don't need to be perfect. And if you want, we can make the lines even a little bit thicker. See? Look how adorable! And the last step is to use your biggest sponge brush and white paint. We are going to make one more circle right here, and it can a little bit overlap with the red paint. That's fine. Look at this! We need to admit that this is the cutest Santa we have ever seen. And if you want, maybe we can write ho ho, or we can leave it as it is. The last step is to display the artwork on your wall, or you can send it to your family and friends. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching and creating with me, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao!